They say there's a method to every madness. And when it comes to retreats, that's absolutely true. Today, I am pulling back the curtain on what keeps our experiences organized, transformative, and fun, even if it looks a little chaotic from the outside. Hello, dreamers, believers, and bucket list retreaters. Welcome to the Bucket List Retreats podcast. I'm your hostess, Kelly Morgan Murley, and I am so happy to have you here as I always am every single week. If you have something to do, I am telling you, go grab the laundry, go put on your walking shoes because I have so much to talk about. I think this might be a long episode and you can get some stuff done. You can double do it. And we're going to talk about double doing a lot of things in the episode today. We are going to get into retreat method, the method that we use to plan a retreat. Why I wanted to do this is to give you, the listeners, a peek behind the curtain, if you will, at how a retreat is structured, because that's what everyone is looking for. Honestly, I don't actually have it written down. But after years of planning events, retreats, and experiences, there is a method to my madness. I mean, when you start thinking about building retreats, you think, oh, this is simple. I plan trips all the time. And then your mind starts going absolutely crazy. You start thinking about everything that goes into planning a retreat. You know you have a dream, but who are the people that are going to be coming on your retreat? You're going to need a following. You're going to need Facebook. You're going to need Instagram and TikTok and LLC, maybe a business license, insurance, a name, a trademark, and a website, and of course, a blog. How do you do all that anyways? Coaches, they would just love 30K for them to tell you how to do it. Lord forbid you should actually plan your retreat. Who's it for? Who's coming? What is the venue? What is the timeline? What is the budget? And not necessarily in that order. You have to pay deposits. You'll have to check your licenses and insurances. There's health insurance, travel insurance, and of course, errors and omissions in case you make a mistake. You have to love on your attendees as they roll in. Be ready to answer a million questions because we all have questions. Then you have to set up people that are going to work with you, yogis, photographers, organize classes, your itinerary and your schedule, assemble all of the items that you need for all of that, and figure out a way to bring it to the retreat. You have to communicate with all of your vendors and facilitators, at least once a week. And then there's flights. If you're going anywhere by flight, I hope nobody is having any trouble on their retreats right now with the chaos that's going on with flights. And then, of course, the itinerary. You have to consider holidays and what's going on. It is a lot. So rather than become overwhelmed, I do have a simple method for putting all of this together and perfectly in place. But first, it's retreat news and reviews. Okay, this is not necessarily retreat news, but this is about your look. 3 items I wanted to share with you that absolutely makes retreating easier for me. Now, these are things that you can do all the time. You don't necessarily have to be traveling or on retreat, but these are 3 things, ladies, that I like to do in my effort to be carry on and just as lightweight as possible. I don't want to have hardly any liquids, and everything I have, I just want to be lightweight. So 3 things that I have been doing lately, there's a ton, and I just want to tell you that these are not sponsored. One of the things that always seems to happen before a trip is getting ready for that trip. Things like getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a spray tan, and, all of the things, whatever you do. But since I have moved off grid, I really don't have a lot of places to go and get all of that stuff done. So I've been doing some things myself and it's been so amazing. So I just wanted to share some of those things with you. The Just for Men, what is it, a beard dyeing? but it works great for dyeing your eyebrows and dyeing your eyelashes. And you want to dye your eyelashes right after you do the lash lift. Have you girls heard of this? So it makes it so you don't have, so that your eyelashes are curled and you don't need an eyelash curler. And that's just one less thing you have to bring. Now, I do obviously one eye at a time when I'm doing it, but check it out. It's on Amazon. I will put a link. I do not get anything for it. And the third item is actually at Walmart. It is Hemp Golden Glow. It's a gradual tan moisturizer. And you see on the bottle, it shows how you can, at day 1, you look like this, day 3, day 7. I love this product. It works really, really well. And if you're going to the beach or somewhere that you're going to be showing a lot of skin, let me tell you, whatever size you are, you look so much better with a bit of a glow. And it doesn't really give a glow. It's really just a really nice coloring. And remember, anytime you're putting on any tanning product, you want to put it on exfoliated, shaved, moisturized skin. So don't just go slapping it on your dry feet because it's not going to look good. As a matter of fact, I put it on very sparingly on my feet. I actually just kind of brush it down from my calf onto my ankles and onto my feet. You don't really rub it into your feet and none on the bottom of your feet. And do it a good 2 to 4 weeks before you go. Just start putting it on like every other day, and you are going to have the best looking natural tan while you are on your trip. It's fantastic. Okay, for retreat news, you wicked lovers are going to die when I show you what came out today in retreat news. I hope you're free next summer. Check out this news that just came out today. Discover the magic of Wicked for good at Elphaba's retreat. What? And then it shows a picture of, gosh, I don't know what this looks like, the inside of a tree or something. It is absolutely beautiful. As audiences prepare to step back into Oz and Universal Pictures' Wicked for Good, the epic conclusion to the global cinematic phenomenon arriving in theaters November 21st, Airbnb is opening the doors to Elphaba's retreat, her forest hideaway and innermost sanctuary, where branches and blooms shape the space, blurring the lines between forest and refuge, inviting fans to step directly into her story. Grammy, Emmy, Tony winning, and 3-time Academy Award nominee Cynthia Erivo is inviting guests into Elphaba's retreat, a one-of-a-kind experience inspired by the actor's transformative journey as Elphaba. Rooted in the character's strength, the retreat captures the essence of Cynthia's deep connection to the role and the elements of Elphaba's world that she helped bring to life. With both an experience and stay, guests will have 2 opportunities to explore the artistry, imagination, and spirit that defined Elphaba's story, with a few select fans getting the ultimate chance to spend a night surrounded by the spellbinding details of Elphaba's world. Elphaba taught me that our differences are what makes us powerful, said Cynthia. Her story transformed me. I can't wait to share this journey with you. I don't know if you can hear the smile in my voice, but transformed me. Isn't that what we are always talking about? And there's another picture of the inside of this place. It just looks really magical. And it goes on to say about the experience. Tucked deep into the Ozian forest, Elphaba's retreat is an enchanting space where guests can fully immerse themselves and experience the beloved character with none other than Cynthia Erivo herself. Inspired by the actor's empowering journey as Elphaba, the experience blends storytelling, rituals, and hand-on creative activities, all set against an enchanting forest, and features Elphaba's hat, broom, and sacred grimoire. I'm sorry, I don't know what a grimoire is. Guests will leave with lasting memories, a glimpse into Cynthia's profound bond with Elphaba, and a personal connection to their magic of her world. But the magic doesn't end there. Wicked for Good fans who missed their chance to join the full experience can still rejoicify because there's an opportunity to stay overnight in Elphaba's retreat. For one night only, the retreat will open its doors for an exclusive overnight stay, inviting up to 2 guests to sleep beneath the stars on December 6th. Fans can request to book the overnight stay at airbnb.com/wicked for good retreat. That's it. In November 11th at 7 a.m. Pacific time through November 20th at 7 a.m. Pacific time. I will put a link in the show notes. Check it out. I really can't believe this. I think I'll go in and see if I can just apply for it. I already have plans. December 6th, we're going on the Dominican Republic retreat. I'm getting so jazzed about it. I have been doing a ton of research and I just cannot wait to check out the Dominican Republic. Okay, I am so thrilled to share with you this week's retreat reviews because I have never ever even looked at, much less reviewed, a retreat center in Ireland. And this one is in Cork, Ireland, and it's called Wild Hideaways. And on their website, it shows a picture of 2 people walking their bicycles along this gorgeous coastline on a trail right next to this beautiful ocean. It is so pretty. And who amongst us has not dreamed of going to Ireland? So let's check it out. I am so embarrassed to say that I cannot remember where I found out about this retreat center. I usually put it in my notes, but somehow all I did was copy their URL. So I'm going to make this big so I can read what they're saying. It says Wild Atlantic Way. Discover the Wild Atlantic Way route where 2,500 km of spectacular coastline with the white sands and glittering waves awaits you. I should have read that first because that describes exactly the picture that we're looking at here on their website. Head along the coast to uncover over 180 wild Atlantic Way discovery points where the views are breathtaking and local stories are told. Feel the power of the Atlantic Ocean as it crashes into the base of towering sea cliffs, wander down vast beaches, and watch flocks of birds dance in pastel skies as the sun sets on another magical day. Up here on the left-hand side, it has their menu, and up pops all of the information on the website, but so does a picture of a gorgeous woman sitting on the edge of an outdoor tub, like a regular bathtub, but it is outside and it has a fence around it. So it looks nice and secluded. And behind her, of course, is the beautiful green of Ireland. I just love that. Now, on the menu, it says book, give vouchers, packages, retreats, the sanctuary, accommodation groups, about, explore, contact. And of course, and we do want to check out the retreats, but let's hop on about first because in my little review of this, I found that, of course, it has all of the information about this beautiful retreat center. And it starts out with another gorgeous picture that looks like a pond in the same area with some mountains in the background. It really does look like a stunning location. And then there is a picture of a couple sitting on a stoop, and let's read about them. Wild Hideaway is Amy and John O'Sullivan's answer to the overwhelming hustle of urban life. The Eco Spa Retreat offers an escape into the beautiful and wild landscape of the Malay Valley and beyond. I'm 100% sure. Once again, I am mispronouncing that. All right. The property opened in January 2024 after a successful soft launch in the autumn of 2023. Wild Hideaways is a celebration of the nature, tranquility, and community of West Cork's Malay Valley. Conceptualized and built by owners Amy and John, guests can escape their busy lives to recharge, replenish, and reconnect. The property consists of 6 self-catering lodges and spa facilities open to adults only. Okay, so there's 6 of them, and I did read on the website that they can either be one large king size bed or split up into two twin size with gorgeous, wonderful, warm bedding. It sounds, I'll find it here in a minute and tell you all about it. But so, okay, that's 12 people max that can come on this retreat. And if it's going to be you and your assistant, that's one room gone. So then we're going to think about, okay, we have a 10-person retreat, which actually sounds absolutely lovely. I'd love 10 to 12 person on retreat. 15 is fine as well, but 10 to 12 is really nice. The story of Wild Hideaway takes us back over 30 years to 1995. After they met in Manchester, UK, Amy visited John's family home in the Malay Valley. For Amy, it was love at first sight. She describes an immediate feeling of home. John's family had been calling the valley home for 3 generations, and he continues to play an important role in the community. Embracing adventure led the couple to spend many years in Australia, and they built their family and life there. When it came time to move closer to home in 2014, there was only one choice: the Malay Valley. John's experience in construction and management, together with Amy's knack for customer service and interior design, makes them a dream team. The O'Sullivans are deeply rooted in their environment and see their ventures as an opportunity to highlight their community and the beauty of the place they call home. The eco lodges have already reached local acclaim and admiration for the commitment to sustainable practices. Guests who stay on the property celebrate the mix of relaxation, adventure, and the striking views across the West Cork landscape. Wild Hideaways is John and Amy's love letter to this hidden gem in Ireland. They invite guests to step into their world and embrace tranquility and serenity. That sounds so lovely. But I know now, here, let me pop over to the retreats. There's a lot of activities you can do over there too. It's not just about relaxing and serenity, although that is totally built in. And the pictures on their website are stunning. The whole entire website is stunning. It does have a font that is a little bit different, but it's cool. You can still read it, and maybe a little bit light. I know it's a little hard for my old eyes to read it, but let's go ahead and go on. I have popped onto their retreat page. There is a picture of a beautiful woman having what looks like a beer on a picnic blanket sitting next to that pond. We invite you to create unforgettable retreat experiences that inspire, rejuvenate, and transform. Discover why discerning retreat leaders choose our venue as their destination of choice and embark on a journey of wellness, connection, and renewal. And miss the natural beauty of West Cork, where luxury meets nature in the heart of West Cork, Ireland. Nestled amongst lush greenery and sweeping landscapes, our resort provides the perfect setting for hosting transformative and rejuvenating retreats. So they go on to talk about some of the cool things there at their retreat center. Serene natural surroundings, explore nature, immerse yourself and your participants in the serene beauty of West Cork's countryside. Our resort is enveloped by acres of unspoiled nature, offering a peaceful sanctuary for reflection, relaxation, and connection with the natural world. We are directly on the eastern route of the Sheep's Head Way, and the area provides many walking and hiking opportunities. I want to go. Okay. Now let's learn about the accommodations. Luxury accommodations stay. Participants can indulge in the comfort of our premium lodges, meticulously designed to provide a harmonious blend of luxury and eco-conscious living. Each lodge offers spacious interiors, modern amenities, panoramic views, ensuring a restful retreat experience for your guests. All beds can be configured into Super King or Twin. Okay, that is so ideal. I cannot tell you how many retreat centers are don't have different. If you can't put 2 full-size beds in a room, put in the one king that splits into 2 twins. People do not want to sleep together. Even really good friends don't want to sleep together as we get older. We just don't. Okay, this part excited me. The eco spa facilities. A spa right there. I mean, a spa when there's only, 6 cabins, 12 people. So you're only sharing the spa with 12 people. It just sounds amazing. Treat your retreat participants to journey of holistic wellness with our eco spa facilities. Whether it's relaxing in their own private alfresco hot seaweed bath, that must have been what we were looking on that one page, enjoying time in our handcrafted sauna, or braving it in our cold water therapy suite. Our comprehensive in-house holistic spa facilities offer a range of rejuvenating treatments, providing guests with the ultimate relaxation and rejuvenation experience. That sounds lovely. I want to do these cold plunges so much, and I don't know if I'll ever get there. Okay, she goes on to talk about the finer details. Personalized retreat experiences. This is where she's talking directly to retreat leaders. At Wild Hideaways, we understand that every retreat is unique. Our dedicated team works closely with retreat leaders to tailor every aspect of the experience to their specific needs and preferences, ensuring a seamless and unforgettable retreat for all participants. This is exactly what we want to hear when we are a retreat leader. It takes so much off of your shoulders when you don't have to worry about all of the things that it sounds like this type of retreat center is offering. And it talks about the food too. Where does it talk about the food? Here we go. Hungry? It says a yummy picture of some kind of bread and a beautiful array of a vegetarian meal. So it just looks absolutely delicious. Maybe I'm hungry. I am. I think I have my lunch right over there on the table. Hungry? Meal options available. Our talented culinary team crafts delicious and nourishing vegetarian meals made from locally sourced ingredients that cater to a variety of dietary preferences and requirements. Is excellent. It's so nice to have that to offer to attendees on retreat. Really good, yummy food. But if you have preferences and requirements, they can meet those, like no gluten or no garlic, whatever it is you need. All right. And then it goes on to talk about ideally situated. I have not pulled up the map, so I'm not exactly sure where Cork is, but it says located just an hour's drive from Cork. Our resort offers easy access for retreat participants traveling from near and far. Despite its accessibility, our secluded location provides a sense of escape and tranquility, making it the perfect destination for retreats. It really does sound ideal, and the pictures look perfect. All right, group retreats, it goes on to say dedicated event spaces. Our resort offers a variety of versatile event spaces to accommodate your retreat. Sit on 1.8 acres of grassy land with a dedicated rewilding area. We have unique outdoor spaces for you to utilize. For activities requiring an indoor space, we have a large hall just a 3-minute drive offsite that boasts a sprung wooden floor and commercial kitchen and toilet and shower facilities. And they have a picture of that on the website, all set up in a yoga room style, but it is surrounded by windows and light is just pouring in. It looks like a beautiful space. So I just have to give Wild Hideaways, gosh, almost a 10 on their website. It gave us all of the information that we needed. We needed to know where it was, what type of rooms they had, what types of beds they had, what types of food they offer. The only thing that I don't see readily available is the price. And I know Sherry Rosenthal, when we talked to her, the goat of retreating, she wants to see the price right there and then so she can make a decision when she is looking at a retreat center. So I'm sure you would just have to send these folks an email to get all of the information and think about taking your group over to Ireland or up to Ireland, depending where you're from. Great job, guys. I love you. I love your website. I don't know who is doing their social media, but such a nice job. Your Instagram looks so pretty as well. And they have such nice comments on their posts, like absolutely in love, can't wait to visit. And they replied with, can't wait to host you. So check them out, link in the show notes. I'm so happy to find such a beautiful retreat center over in Ireland, putting it totally on the list. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the retreat news and reviews. The things you find out anymore. Who would have dreamed Elphaba has her own retreat? Oh my gosh. So, anyways, I hope you really enjoyed that. But let's get on to the topic at hand, the retreat method. So, what is the retreat method? It's not a class or rigid system. It's a mindset and rhythm that turns chaos into connection. First, what I found is I like to think about the vision, the vibe, the value, because all I think about is value. I start every event, every trip with thinking, what's the transformation? What is the emotional goal? Is there an emotional goal? What do I want the guests to feel when they leave? Once I have those figured out, that sets the tone for everything else, the schedules, the activities, and even the food, especially the food. Now, whenever we start this discussion, there's always the devil's advocate that says, I don't want too much structure. But let's just start with structure with a heavy dose of flexibility. Let me tell you a perfect example of that. My daughter took us and her family to Disney in February, I think 2 years ago. And there was an atmospheric river. It literally poured people. I can't even tell you how much it rained. And unless you were there at Disney with us, I don't even know how to explain it. So what to do. You've already paid. There's no getting out of those tickets at Disney. So we're going. So we all put on all of our rain gear, those ponchos that everybody's wearing, and went to Disney. We were all flexible. And it wasn't the fun time that you always have at Disney, but still, it was the happiest place on earth. And we really did have a good time, but there were a couple rides closed. There were a lot of restaurants closed, and we did a lot of eating under our umbrellas, just some of the street food, which you had to order all on your app. It's a whole new world out there at Disney. Our oldest granddaughter had a list, her papered list of everything she wanted to see, eat, and do on the trip to Disney. And it just got soaking wet, and she just ended up hardly, we couldn't use the darn thing. So that's what I mean. Even with structure, you have to have flexibility. There are a few things that I do like to try to make sure I build into a retreat, to a trip, an event, or a retreat. And the first is flow. Day one is arrival and connection. The middle days are growth, exploration, and surprises. Those are the best. Love surprising attendees. And the final day, of course, is reflection, closure, and celebration. We always have a final event. Think of it as the arc of the experience. And one of the most important things about the method is building in pockets of pause. Build in rest intentionally. Downtime isn't wasted time anyways. It's integration time, especially if you've had a class or an experience. It gives your attendees time to absorb what they've just been through, what they've just learned, and think about their transitions and their future. Even a girls' trip needs coffee time and long strolls. Really, the magic is in the transitions. You want smooth movements between activities, meals, and you want to keep the energy calm and cohesive. And to do that, use music, rituals, and mini moments to bridge the gaps. And then when I am done planning a getaway, I look at it and I ask myself, did I leave room for the magic? The best experiences aren't overplanned. They're supported by good bones and open space for surprises. Hit that like button and give me a surprise today, would you? Hitting that like button and showing YouTube that yes, we're interested in retreats. And if you have any retreat methods you would like to add, or if you are a retreat attendee and you have things that you want to see while you're on retreat, we are all ears. So please, your comment would be golden. I do want to thank my 3 new subscribers on YouTube this week. I couldn't appreciate you more. You really boost the podcast. And if anyone is listening on Spotify, you could be Bucket List Retreats, the podcast, first follow. We've had plenty of listens, but no follows yet. Thank you. Next week on Bucket List Retreats, the podcast, we are talking grateful getaways, getting all ready for Thanksgiving here in the United States. If you are listening from another country, please let us know. I know that Canada just celebrated their Thanksgiving, and we want to say hi to all of our beautiful friends in Canada. Yes, we are talking about grateful getaways. Bucket list experiences that remind you why they matter. The kind that make you stop and say, it's about the gratitude for the moments that we made happen. And the fact that we finally did the thing, saw the place, or took the trip that changed everything. So be sure to join us there and click subscribe so that you will be notified when it posts, which is usually Fridays at noon. And I also want to mention on our Etsy site, bucketlistrretreats.etsy.com, we have some really cute Thanksgiving t-shirts if you're traveling, going back home for Thanksgiving. So check those out. So we have t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and sweatshirts. We always design those with capsule wardrobes and carry-on travel only trips in mind when we're designing those. So we're thinking you can wear this on your trip there, take it off, if you're warm or you're hot. We have some adorable Thanksgiving gratefulness designs I think you will really like. So everyone, I hope you got something done today while you were listening to the podcast and that you enjoyed learning everything that we had to talk about, especially my retreat method. And I hope you can grab a few of those ideas and apply them to your life, to a trip, to an event, or to a retreat if that's what you're doing. So keep retreating, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye-bye, everyone.